morning. Thanks for joining us here on ARC Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Schreck. We've got a packed 2 hours headed your way this morning right here on ARC Rochester, including an update from Crime Stoppers as they get ready to wrap up this year's K-9 unit fundraiser. We're going to be joined in studio by some very special members of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office.
Yes. And then later we are going on an adventure with one local children's book author. We'll be talking about the book, The Dog on a Log.
But before all of that, we do want to start this morning show with weather because we did see some overnight snow. The good news is, Marty, most of it has moved out of the region, and what's here is all we have.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, it's what's down on the ground is what we have to deal with. It's not like we're going to see any new snow today. There will be a couple snow showers in the air, but you can see that main idea with the bulk of the activity pulling well to our east. A lot of that on its way over towards Albany right now. So that's moving out of the picture for us. And for us today, again, a little isolated snow shower possible for the short term. No additional accumulation. So that's a good news, at least for travel today. Temperatures today mainly in the 30s. Really not moving all that far, but hovering near the freezing point and slightly above. And I think as we head into Christmas Day, we're going to keep these temperatures mainly in the 30s. So overall, some fairly quiet weather for us for the next couple days. So at least some good news for folks who are going to be traveling around for the holidays over these next 2 days.
We like that, and we do like the return of some milder weather as we prepare to head into the new year.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be the story. Some 40s by the weekend.
Good
Sold.
stuff. All right, Marty, thank you. Hey, we got to do time saver traffic right now because of all those snowy conditions out there. We're keeping our eye on this crash. This is on 404 Empire Boulevard. That area closed in both directions. Crash possibly involving a pedestrian and a car. We have reached out to law enforcement to get some more information about that. But right now, that area is closed, not affecting your other travel times that much. These portions of 390, 490, and 590 are looking good.
We'll give you a little tour here across the greater Rochester region with the big map there. Still plenty of green as you wake up and head for the front door. 390 at Buffalo Road. Off to a quiet start out there on most roadways. 490 at Mount Reed. Not a lot happening. Everything moving along just fine. 590 at Browncroft. Again, just take your time and give others space on the roads.
All right, we've got to talk now about one local spot in town that is dishing it out.
Yeah, for those hosting those family get-togethers today, you might be getting ready to fire up the oven and start cooking.
Yeah, and if you maybe forgot to grab the milk and cookies for Santa, don't worry, because one local market is open and making sure that everyone has everything they need. Chris Lopez live this morning from Palmer's Direct to You Market with more. Chris, it sounds busy already.
Exactly, yes. The doors just opened here at Palmer's, and you have an array of people shopping around, grabbing the proteins for those different dinners that they have planned. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, if they're prepping for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day dinner. I'm here with Executive Chef Tom Chameau, and we're talking about the prime rib, the rib eyes. We were talking a little bit about the price and kind of how to prep that. What are you holding right now? This is a big boy.
Yeah, this is a big boy. This is the king of roast. This is perfect for the table. This is a boneless rib eye. It's a boneless prime rib. This thing about 18, 19 pounds coming in. It's about an average size for a full rib eye, although we do cut them in any size that customers prefer. So we'll chop them down. We trim them all up, tie them ready to roast, and they're available for you. Easy to carve, easy to roast. And we have a great recipe card for you to take home with you. It's got all the instructions on it that are ready for you to go to and make it successful. In addition, we have the bone-in ribeye too. Again, the standing prime rib roast. This is the one that everybody likes on their table. Now we go ahead and cut all these bones off for you already, and then net it back on. So we tie it back on so it's ready to roast on the bones, and then when you're ready to take it out of the oven and put it on the table, you cut the net off. You pull that boneless rib right out of there, and you got some great bones afterwards to play with and do some other fun stuff.
Make a stock or something like that?
You can make a stock. You can make a really happy dog.
Yeah,
There's no question. So come on down to the Josh Allen tree when you get here, and you'll find all this beef is available for you. We've got a bunch of friendly people who are going to look up your pre-order roasts. We're going to talk to you about any recipes or any special things that you need. We have a variety of different sauces and spices and sides for you to take home and choose. They're all designed to enhance enhance the things that you're buying here on the meat and seafood side.
And it looks like you guys have great customer service in here. If someone has a question about any type of cut, how to prep it, it looks like everyone's pretty much on standby to answer that.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, one of the things that we boast about is the intelligence level of the staff that we have. We hire people, and we hire very, very knowledgeable people, and we train them to be customer friendly. The whole point of shopping with us is to enjoy your experience here. The meat is going to speak for itself. Certified Angus beef is the best beef on the planet, but it's the people here and the interaction that they give to our customers and clients that really prove why Palmer's has been in business for 175 years.
And I do want to circle back to the prime rib. How does someone, is there a good tip for someone at home that's watching, maybe already has that or is about to come here and they need to know something?
Without a doubt. This is, we talked real quickly earlier in the first segment about roasting a beef tenderloin. It's essentially the same procedure for roasting a beef prime rib. The only difference is the times change, okay? So we're still going to look for that hot searing oven at about 475 degrees for the first 20 minutes, and then turn it down to 300, and in this case we're going to let it coast in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes per pound, and it should bring it to a beautiful 128, 130 medium rare, just a beautiful pink inside, crusty, gorgeous outside. I smear mine with garlic and thyme and salt and cracked black pepper, and that's really all you have to do to create this perfectly flavored roast.
Seems like another cut you don't have to overthink.
Yeah, without a doubt. It looks intimidating because of its size, but it's really simple to cook, and once you do it once, you're going to be the hero of your family for year after year after year.
When do you guys close if someone wants to come in here?
Pardon?
When do you guys close?
Today we're open until 2 o'clock, so yeah, come on down in. We're happy to take care of everybody who's here. We're going to talk a little bit about fish in a minute, so yeah, we'll talk about that, but definitely the place to be for fish, and of course the meats will take care of all your needs.
There we go. Tom Chameau, executive chef here. We're going to be talking about probably my favorite protein, which are the salmon, the different types of fish cuts as well. And send it back to you guys in studio. A very rich history here at Palmer's. Back to you guys.
Chris, is that what you're planning on cooking up, or are you doing like a roast beast?
I'm doing salmon, 100%. The family likes salmon, so we're doing salmon.
Sammy the salmon.
Very good.
Poor guy.
All right, Chris.
Thank you.
Time right now is 8:07. We're going to do our poll of the day this morning. We are asking you, what is a Christmas Eve tradition that you do every year? Daniel, the options.
Matching PJs with the family, opening one present, track Santa's flight, or read 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
Do you have one?
Growing up, it was open one present.
Oh, that's sweet.
We were allowed to open one present. But the rule was you had to look. Which one are you going to open? You're not allowed to shake them.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No shaking the boxes.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
And I mean, I do recall, listen, my father went all out.
I'm not judging.
Went all
I'm
out.
saying that's commitment.
Sometimes there were presents inside of presents, or boxes inside of boxes inside of boxes. My mother cried one year because she had to unwrap too much. Yeah.
Love it. Very cool. Hey, we want you to weigh in. We want to know your Christmas Eve traditions. Please weigh in. You can go to our X page using the QR code on your screen. Scan it with your smartphone. It'll take you there. Weigh in. Share your thoughts, feelings, opinions, and we'll share the answers coming up in the next hour.
What is yours, though?
None of them.
None of them?
I know it's real. Honestly, this year's really sad for me.
Okay.
My family moved to Nashville, so it's, it's a new year. It's a new. I've never done Christmas Eve this way.
We have to start our own tradition.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know yet.
Which one of these is it going to be?
I don't
PJs?
know. I got to talk to the hubby. I got to see what we're going to do.
He better wake up then. Because rumor has it, he's sawing wood.
Someone's still asleep. The joys of having the day off, right?
8:09. Stick around. We've got a lot more to get to right here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, a look at where jolly old St. Nick is this Tuesday morning.
Don't forget, take us with you wherever you are. Stream us live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. We're back after this.
this Tuesday morning. It's time to look at big stories that have people talking in this morning's edition of Trending Now.
Yeah, we're going to start things out this hour with a look at where in the world Santa Claus is at this hour.
We're tracking him via our good friends over at NORAD. We know they do a great job at this. It's up and running. Santa just left, where? Sakhalin Island? I'm not sure where that is.
Yeah, well, he's heading now to the northern Mariana Islands. Yes.
Okay. Oh, look at that. He's getting his job done. He's already delivered over 777 million presents. This is live feed satellite images coming in of Santa Claus being pulled by those 8 tiny reindeer.
Ooh, geez, you all right?
Yep, I'm okay.
All right.
Dropping stuff here.
That's all right. Maybe Santa will bring you a new iPad.
I think I might need one at this point.
Okay, a little fun fact here. The site, NORAD, began tracking Santa in 1955. Well, they didn't have the website then, but NORAD was tracking Santa 1955. His route is unpredictable, though, right? Because Santa makes his own rules.
Yeah, and he usually starts internationally because, I mean, he has to, because that's the way the globe spins and the clock ticks.
Yep.
And then he'll travel westward. Santa visits all the homes where children believe in him, so you gotta believe if you want him to show up.
According to NORAD, Santa does not experience time the way that we do, which is why he's able to get around the world in just 24 hours.
I did not know that.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Look at him.
He's ready to go.
Ready to... I wonder if he flies one of those things. That'd be pretty impressive. NORAD's website also includes an extensive fact list of the sleigh's technical data, so you can track him. Look at this. Oh, look at that. That's
neat.
That is neat, isn't it? That looks very cool.
Hey, did you do that when you were a kid?
Track Santa?
Yeah.
They didn't have the website.
Okay.
But yes, I do remember... I actually think it might have been a Fox program one year where they were with Santa live at the North Pole on Christmas Eve as he was getting ready to leave, and his sleigh broke down. And what they asked everybody who was sitting at home watching to do was, if you had a bell, go get the bell and go stand at your front door and ring the bell. So I went and ran into the kitchen and said, hey, can I take this thing and go stand outside and ring the bell? And my mom was like, yeah, I guess. You know, shut the door. Don't let the cold air in. You weren't raised in a barn. And so I did, and lo and behold.
And his sleigh got up
Sleigh
off
was
the ground.
fixed. Sleigh was fixed by the next commercial.
That. You know, that's such a great story. I love that.
It's the magic of television.
Yeah, the magic of television.
It is.
The magic of Christmas, too.
Christmas?
Christmas? Is that what I said? Sorry.
It's okay.
Let's move on.
Yes. Sticking with the theme, we are here to give you a rundown of what is open today.
I'm
this
just
is
going
good.
to say Aunt Linda.
Aunt Linda.
You're from Buffalo. Say it like you mean it.
Aunt Linda.
Aunt Linda.
Aunt Linda. It is. It is. Aunt Linda.
All right. So for grocery stores, Whole Foods open until 7 o'clock tonight. You've also got Walmart, Costco, and Wegmans open until 6. Costco and Trader Joe's open until 5. Yep.
And Aldi is open for its regular store hours. Don't know what they are. If you shop there, maybe you do. For retail stores, we also have, where's Chris this morning?
Palmer's.
Palmer's.
Yes.
Palmer's is open until 2 today.
Yep.
Home Goods, Marshall's, Lowe's, PetSmart, all open until 6, and I guarantee there's going to be a line at every one of these stores.
Yeah.
I had to go to Wegmans yesterday.
And how'd it go?
I'm pretty sure, I'll admit it, I'm pretty sure I parked illegally. There was no parking in the parking lot. All there was vehicles just going in circles and figure eights. There was no empty spaces there. Gosh. It was really challenging. And then you walk into the store, holy smokes.
Yeah. You know what? I was there the other day. I was doing the same thing. And it was very nice because everybody was kind of working together. The people that were coming out of the store, they were waving at the cars and they said, I'm leaving. You know, you can have my spot. Come over here. It was very lovely to see. And then as I was leaving, I did the same thing. I said, you can have my spot. And off I went. Yes. You
Look
got
at
to pass
that.
it on.
You do have to pass it on.
You know, otherwise
Yes.
you're parking illegally and sharking for hours.
I'm sure someone else took my illegal parking spot,
Probably.
but that's okay. Target
yeah,
is open until 8 tonight.
Yep.
That one, another one for the last minute shop.
Restaurants are going to be open. Select locations may be closed, but the majority of fast food and restaurants that are open today with reduced hours, the majority of them.
Yes. So the big question is, if you do have to go out, Abigail, and do you have to go out today? That you know right now?
Yes.
You do?
I do.
Okay. Is it because you forgot a specific ingredient for something that we're making, or?
It's because I'm running low.
Ooh, on?
Like I need like sour cream. Like I'm low on sour cream.
Got it.
And I'm going to need it for Christmas.
Got it.
So I'm like, well, I don't want to run out. And I'm like low on my vitamins. And
A
I'm
baked
like,
potato sounds good right now.
it's a twice baked potato.
Is that what you're making?
Yeah. So, you know, you bake it once, you scoop out all the guts, you add some stuff to make it delicious, you put
And then
it
you
back
bake
in,
it,
bake it again.
bake that bad boy again.
Yup.
Get it out nice and crispy.
Yep,
Yup.
you know.
Ooh, I do. Have you ever done mashed potatoes and turned the potato skins into potato skins?
Oh, no, but here's a little trick. Okay, you make mashed potatoes, right? You bake the potatoes, and then you use that to mash them.
Oh.
They are so insanely good.
I bet it also is helpful because it removes more moisture rather than putting them in boiling water where they're going to absorb.
Fantastic. Yes.
How do you
very
like
good.
that?
Hey, little tip for
Yeah,
you.
I feel like we should be doing the cooking
should do a
segment
cooking
here.
segment.
We absolutely should.
Yeah.
Building it burned down, but I mean, it'd be entertaining to
It
watch.
would. Think of the ratings.
All right, we have to get to our final story. This morning in trending news, police in Colorado are looking for the suspect who stole a baby Jesus statue from a nativity scene and returned it 3 days later. Come on.
Yeah. According to police, the suspect climbed over the fencing to steal the Jesus figurine early in the morning. They released a photo of the alleged thief, asking if anyone could identify the suspect right there. The suspect seemed to have a change of heart, though. 3 days later, the baby statue was dropped off at a local fire department with an apology taped to it.
It says, I am really sorry. I made a dumb mistake in the moment. It won't happen again.
The figurine ended up missing some fingers, but has been returned to the nativity scene. Police initially called the thief a Grinch.
As if these two guys delivered.
It's unclear if they're still looking for the suspect, but the baby Jesus statue has been returned safely.
Boy, oh
Missing some fingers,
boy.
but-
Come on, it's the holiday season. You know you're not supposed to do that stuff, even in a moment of stupidity.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are you going to do? It's back, which is good.
Santa would be unimpressed. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
And probably Jesus, too.
Yeah. I'm going to leave it at that. Stick around. We've got a lot more to come right here on Arc Rochester this Tuesday morning, including going behind the story.
We're back after this. 7:23, welcome back. We are going behind the story right now, taking a closer look at some of the top stories that we're following this morning.
We certainly are. We want to start things out with a story that we were breaking for you just about an hour ago. American Airlines grounding those flights nationwide amid technical issues.
Yeah, word just coming in right now that has been lifted. Here's the latest. American Airlines flights resuming after a brief technical disruption. The airline confirming all of that information.
Yeah, American Airlines sent out a tweet. I think we can pull it up for you here maybe. The airline wrote that it didn't yet have a time frame of how things were going to be fixed, but they were going to try to get it done as quickly as possible. And it appears that they have taken care. Something we will continue to follow for you and keep you posted as we learn more throughout the day.
Yeah, good that they worked to resolve that issue. We did get an inside look at some of the passengers waiting to board flights in Fort Lauderdale. Let's see if we can take a listen to that.
I'm going to give you update in the next every 15 minutes to let you know what's going on right now. Our system is down. We cannot show the crew on or board any customers. Bear with us. They are working on it. Hopefully it won't be long. Thank you.
I'm sure there's a lot of frustration among some of those passengers when they heard that notification this morning. A lot of people were supposed to have record-breaking travel. TSA says they're expecting to screen nearly 40 million travelers from the 19th of December to January 2nd. A lot of them traveling during this particular period. They want to be home for the holidays. This delay throwing a wrench in their plans. The good news is, though, again, it's been lifted, so hopefully these folks and folks across the country flying with American can take off soon.
Yeah, about 25 minutes ago, I did check the Rochester airport to see if there were any cancellations. A couple delays with American Airlines flights. So if you are headed out today, make sure you're checking in with your flight to make sure that everything is the way it should be.
Yeah, always good advice, no matter who you're flying, where you're going. If you're going to the airport, make sure your flight is going to be there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, we're going to switch things over now to the man suspected of fatally shooting the United Healthcare CEO, Brian Thompson.
Luigi Mangione appeared in a New York City court yesterday, pleading not guilty to 11 state charges.
Stephanie Joseph has been following the story for us. And Steph, what can you tell us?
Yeah, guys, good morning. Luigi Mangione appeared in shackles in that New York City courtroom yesterday. He's accused of targeting and gunning down Thompson earlier this month in Midtown Manhattan. Now, the 26-year-old is facing multiple charges, including murder as an act of terrorism. The only times he spoke in court were to enter a plea of not guilty.
Steph, I'm wondering if you can give us an update on what Mangione's lawyer had to say in the court. I know you said he only spoke when he was entering that plea, but I imagine that his representation had quite a bit to say.
She definitely did. She had laid out a number of concerns, one being that his arrest has been used as sort of political fodder in a sense. She pointed specifically to a perp walk, for example. You may remember last week there was that perp walk when you saw him in that orange jumpsuit being walked out by a number of law enforcement professionals here. Let's see if we can pull up that sound.
He's a young man, and he is being treated like a human ping pong ball between two warring jurisdictions here. These federal and state prosecutors are coordinating with one another, but at the expense of him.
And I also want to bring up another moment where she had mentioned some comments made by political figures, one of them being New York City Mayor Eric Adams, and he had made comments about terrorism, for example, if we can pull that up as well.
This act of terrorism and the violence that stems from it is something that would not be tolerated in the city.
The mayor was talking to jurors, future potential jurors that elected him. Those are the people that elected him, that he is talking to and calling this man a terrorist.
So we do know that there was some time before he was extradited to New York. And one of the concerns being laid out in court there from his attorney was that he may not be able to get a fair trial because of comments made like that.
Steph, I want to know, can you set the scene for us? What is the mood like in New York City during these appearances? I know in Pennsylvania, when there was the extradition hearing there were demonstrators outside, both for and against, showing support for him. Was it a similar situation yesterday in New York?
Yes, we've obviously heard from professionals, the NYPD, for example, saying that this was a terrible act in general, but you do have some people who may be described as supporters that were also outside of the courtroom yesterday, some of them holding signs as well. One of them, according to ABC News, saying health over wealth.
And Steph, I'm wondering if we know when Luigi Mangione will be back in court. We know that he entered that plea yesterday. What comes next?
So we have that expected time frame of February. We do know that this has to do with state charges. So there's also the federal charges as well. And it is expected that there will be the state trial before that federal one.
All right. Stephanie Joseph in the newsroom for us this morning. Thanks, Steph. We do appreciate that.
Time right now is 8:29. We still have a lot to get to here on ARC Rochester.
We certainly do. Stick around. We're back right after this. This Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. We appreciate it. I'm Dan Schrack.
I'm Abby Fridman. We still have a lot to get to here on ARC Rochester. But before all of that, it is Christmas Eve. So we're going to talk about a very special holiday tradition happening in your community. There's a small town in the Finger Lakes. It celebrates one of the most beloved Christmas classics like no other.
They certainly do. Fans of It's a Wonderful Life gather there every year to honor the film's timeless message, and this year they were treated to something truly special.
Yay!
They say Seneca Falls is Bedford Falls, a small town with a big heart, perfectly fitting for the story that's captivated generations. Every December, this charming hamlet in the Finger Lakes transforms, celebrating It's a Wonderful Life. For fans, it's more than a festival. It's like stepping into the movie.
Excuse me.
Excuse you for what?
I burped.
This year, Jimmy Hawkins and Carolyn Grimes, who played Tommy and Zuzu Bailey in the original film, came to share memories and meet with fans.
It's really the whole concept of It's a Wonderful Life, that one man can make a difference. And she certainly has made a difference in Seneca Falls.
They have the message of all the hope that the movie gives them in their heart. And so when they meet us, it's like, wow, the cherry on the top of the cake.
The film tells the story of George Bailey, a selfless man whose dreams are set aside to help others. But when a financial crisis pushes him to the brink...
I said I wish I'd never been born.
Oh, you mustn't say things like that.
An angel named Clarence shows George just how profoundly he's impacted the lives around him.
A lot of people come up to talk to us about suicide and how this movie showed them that they were important.
And fortunately, we're able to share the messages from the film and to embrace the fans and really give them a chance to come to this town in Seneca Falls, be with other people who love the movie.
Through his journey, George realizes the true value of his life and the enduring importance of family, friendship, and community.
Help me, Clarence, please. Please. I want to live again.
Seneca Falls might not officially be Bedford Falls, but it doesn't have to be. Because the heart of the story isn't about where it takes place. It's about the lives it touches.
Look, Daddy, teacher says
Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
I could quote that movie word for word.
You were telling me this morning that you just watched it a couple of days ago.
Yeah. When I was growing up, we always watched it Christmas Eve. And we'd also watch it when we were decorating our Christmas tree. So we'd watch it 2 times a year.
2 times a year.
Yep.
So this was the 22nd or 23rd year of this festival in Seneca Falls. I was not there. The one and only Don Alhart actually went to that, shot those interviews, and shipped them off to us. But really, really an incredible story. And I know that Seneca Falls takes so much pride in being Bedford Falls. Whether or not they really are, they really embody all that movie. And that
one person has an impact on so many other people, and they don't even know it.
Yep, beyond measure, beyond measure. Hey, don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more to get to right here on ARC Rochester, including when we come back, we're checking back in with Chris Lopez, who is live this morning from Palmer's Direct to You Market.
And don't forget, take us with you wherever you are. Stream us live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. We're back after this. Welcome back. The holidays are here. It is Christmas Eve, which means a lot of people are getting ready to spend some time together, eat, drink, and be merry.
We like that. We like all three of those things.
Yeah.
Those are fun. Hey, one local market has everything you need to prepare for your holiday feast. Chris Lopez is live this morning from Palmer's Direct to You Market. Chris, what are we talking? Fish this go around?
We are talking fish, and coincidentally, this started in 1850. The founder, Levi Palmer, was dragging around a wagon selling fish to the people of Ontario County. And that brings us over here to Executive Chef Tom Chameau. We are talking fish for Christmas dinner, Christmas Eve dinner, whatever dinner in between. And these are a pretty hot commodity. What are we working with right now?
Yeah, I just wanted to point out, these are like the real popular items here in Rochester these days. The king crab legs. Everybody loves king crab legs. It's no wonder the expense, considering it's life-threatening to harvest these things out of the ocean. Snow crab legs, always a real popular favorite as well. And then most people enjoy real nice lobster tails. We've got a variety of lobster tails that come from all over the globe, and they're just fantastic. So yeah, good stuff here in the cabinet.
Yeah.
You know, you've heard the traditional Feast of the Seven Fishes. Well, we've got the Feast of the 27 Fishes here at Palmer's. Not only do we have about 5 or 6 different varieties of salmon, but we get all the traditional holiday items for people's 7 fishes feast, including scallops and shrimp and calamari, and of course bacala. We've got plenty of that. Clams Casino, which we make here ourselves every day, and the list goes on and on and on. So come on down and check out these fresh fish today. Get them hot while they're here.
And some quick tips on maybe we will talk about over here with the scallops. How should someone prep a scallop?
Yeah, scallop is a really, really nice product. It's a very delicate seafood. It's best served at the medium rare temperature, believe it or not.
Okay.
So these are what we call dry packed scallops, meaning that there's never been any additives or preservatives to them. They come to us simply on ice, so dry packaged. The scallop procedure, for my tastes and most other people, is to sear them in a really, really hot pan. Just a touch of oil in that hot pan. Lay them in the pan so they're not touching one another, and just let them sit there and cook for about 2 minutes or 3 at best.
Okay.
Then turn them over, lower the temperature just a little bit, and let them finish out for about another 3 minutes, and they get this beautiful golden brown color on top. The Maillard reaction causes all of those carbohydrates to just sweeten up and turn to caramelized sugar. It's just amazing, amazing product. And I finish it with a little white wine, garlic, and lemon juice. It's just perfect.
I like that. I like that. And other people this morning, they're gravitating towards the shrimp. What about some cooking tips on the shrimp?
Yeah, shrimp is an awesome product. To make it easy for folks, we've got a variety of fully cooked shrimp and raw shrimp, so you can just bring them home and thaw it out and go ahead to town and serve it that way. On the shell-on shrimp, mostly our wild-caught stuff, it requires a little bit of processing. You have to take the shell off and take the vein out. It's not a very difficult operation, and we can show you how to do that, or you can check out our website and look for the videos on how to do that. But the best way to cook shrimp is to boil it for shrimp cocktail.
Okay.
That's what most people are going to do at their own homes. And all I can say is this: when you're boiling shrimp, take the opportunity to flavor the water. Water boils for sure, but water with the addition of white wine and lemon and black peppercorns and bay leaf creates a court bouillon, which imparts so much flavor into the shrimp. It's just hard to believe it's the same product after you finish that.
Thank you so much this morning. So much information. You guys are open until 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock today. Merry Christmas to everybody in Rochester. Thank you all for your support. We love having you here, and can't wait to see you for next year when we celebrate our 175th anniversary down here at Palmer's.
I'll probably be here for that one. You can check out more information on our website on Fox Rochester. You can also go to palmersdirectttoyou.com. Come check them out before 2 o'clock. Get all your different proteins. Take some tips from Executive Chef. They have great customer service here. Back to you guys in studio.
All right, Chris Lopez, did you get all your shopping done while you were there?
No, I'm going to come back after my shift and grab salmon.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
Time right now is 8:44. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we still have a lot to get to.
Yep, more show after this.
time for this week's edition of Crime Stoppers. This morning, we are taking a look at the Monroe County Sheriff's Canine Fundraiser. They're getting ready to wrap up the year.
They certainly are. For more on the work and how the proceeds will benefit their canine units, we're joined this morning by Joyce Palumbo, Deputy Mike Otley, and Canines Peak. Good morning to you all, and good morning to you.
Say hi, Peak.
Good morning.
First and foremost, can we start with Peak and just tell us everything there is to know about her? Because she's a gorgeous dog.
She's perfect.
Yeah.
You are.
Peak is a 5-year-old bloodhound, and she came from the High Peaks region of the Adirondacks, so that's where she got her name from.
Oh.
She does one specialty. She is a trailing dog, so she helps the sheriff's office with more of our missing persons cases. She'll track anybody that we tell her to. She doesn't know why if we're somebody that committed a crime,
sure,
or maybe an elderly person that has lost their way home, or like an autistic child. Either way, she does that job. She does it well. We've had a lot of success. Even up to last week, we had a find.
Wow. That's amazing. And when she does find somebody, how can you tell? Does she bark usually, or?
She's trained to jump on the person when she finds them.
Wow.
Now, we might not let her jump on like an elderly person.
Sure.
But if she came up to a group of people and we were looking for one specific person, she's trained to alert or jump on that one person. I wouldn't let her jump on somebody that's endangered, though.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now, is it true that it's the ears that do a lot of the groundwork, picking up the smell, wafting it toward their nose?
Absolutely. You've done your homework.
Wow.
So part of the bloodhound's history and how they were bred was when she puts her head down towards the ground, her ears drag on the ground, and that stirs up dust. And if you were a biology major, you would remember that a lot of dust is just dead skin cells. And she's actually smelling those dead skin cells and establishing a trail based on that.
Wow, that is so neat. So when she comes here, because we've had Peak in studio before, do you think she recognizes it? She's like, oh, I've been here before. I remember these people because I remember their skin.
I do. I think that she does. She's a little bit calmer than usual, though, today.
Look at that.
Man, you're giving me hugs.
Good girl.
Thank you.
Oh, you got to get those scratches in. I know. I am the same way in the morning.
Well, we've got to talk about the fundraiser. Joyce, thanks for coming in. We appreciate. Oh my God, so perfect. Let's talk about the fundraiser, Joyce.
Well, thank you. It's so much fun to be here, and I was saying, I remember when Peak was first introduced, when she first came on the force, and I had learned so much about the canines just in general. What you just shared about the years, that's new to me. So we look at these opportunities as a way to share with the public information about the dogs. And she was a puppy when we brought her on. I said the first time I saw a bloodhound and learned how just amazing their skills were. So it's always fun to come on. So we had a very good year with the Canine Fund from Crime Stoppers, and at year end we know that people sometimes still like to contribute, so we encourage them to go to the website, roccrimestoppers.com. There's also our partners in the media, and people in the community, the businesses. We had a heck of a fundraising year with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, induction ceremony tickets, Lou Graham and House of Guitars, Country Max, Visions Credit Union. They came forth to help make that fundraiser just the most exciting thing we've ever done. And I had the chance to see Lou Graham a couple of weeks ago at a dinner, and he said they're still talking about our fundraiser. So
that's
really
incredible.
Nice, really nice.
Well, and honestly, listen, the men and women in uniform do a phenomenal job, but these ones, come on, this is where our hearts go right
Absolutely.
away.
Yes.
You know, because they're out there, they're doing the work for us, aren't you? Yes, you are. I
Good
know.
girl.
I know.
Yeah, no, they're a good way to connect with the community.
Are you smelling me?
Most people really enjoy dogs. They enjoy seeing the canines, seeing them work.
Yeah.
You know, it's a common denominator for a lot of us.
And she's one of a kind, right? Like she, for the most part, is the only tracking dog for the Monroe County Sheriff.
She's the only bloodhound that we have.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So a lot is on the line with her. She's got to show up. No sick days.
Absolutely, yeah. We do our best to keep her healthy, which is
She's
part
not
of
in the union?
Part of actually the Canine Fund.
Now, does she live with you?
She does.
She does.
Yep. She lives with a wife, my 2 kids, and 2 other dogs.
Do the kids just love her?
Hey, baby.
They do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She's just the coolest. Thank you both so much for coming in. What is your message to those watching at home who maybe are thinking, okay, I've never even heard of the Canine fundraiser. I really had no idea it was that big. I want to contribute. What's your message?
We would say, first of all, thank you for your interest, not just in Crime Stoppers in general, for what we do, but we provide the funds for veterinary expenses, supplies, obstacle course upgrades for 30 local canines. The money stays right here. A donation that's made even today or by the end of the month will go directly. The first week in January, we write the checks and we distribute them so our canine teams can allocate for the year. They know what they're getting. We don't hold on to it. That's important. So it goes out first week of January, and during the year when there are instances where they need an emergency, they've got warning, but the work of law enforcement on a day like today is
you get the call.
It goes out, so.
Absolutely. Well, listen, thank you both so much for your time this morning. We really appreciate it. Pike, we really appreciate you.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I think she's going to stay here.
Peak, Peak, like Pike. I don't know where I got that name from.
She knows there's Panatone. She knows there's Panatone. That's what she's waiting for.
Oh, is that what she's waiting for? She's waiting for the Panatone?
Ready for a treat.
Well, somebody cut her a slice. We'll post all of this information and much more on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning. 10 days left to donate. If you can't do it in 2024, 2025 is right around the corner. Right, Joyce?
Got that right. Thank you.
Sure is.
Don't go anywhere. We have much more to get to here on ARC Rochester. We're back after this.
Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for tuning in. Here's your ARC Rochester news break. We do want to begin with traffic this morning following breaking news out of Penfield, a traffic alert that we have been covering all morning. That's Empire Boulevard in Penfield. It's closed in both directions between Kirkland Drive and Gravel Road. That's due to an accident involving a car and a pedestrian. We are checking in with police for more details, and we'll be sure to keep you updated right here and online at 13wham.com. And also an update to a story we told you about earlier as well. Flights are boarding again for American Airlines passengers. The FAA has lifted a nationwide ground stop in place just after 6:30 this morning. The planes were grounded due to a technical issue. Now again, the airline has confirmed operations are back to normal. And today marks 12 years since the Christmas Eve tragedy in West Webster that claimed the lives of 2 firefighters. Tomasz Kachówka and Michael Ciparini were shot and killed while responding to an intentionally set fire on Lake Road on December 24, 2012. A memorial at the fire station honors their sacrifice, preserving the memories of the heroes who lost their lives in the line of duty. The Monroe County Sheriff's Office needs your help finding a missing person. Take a look here at your screen. This is 44-year-old Lori Goodrich. Deputies say she was last seen last Friday in the area of Delmere Drive in Parenton. We're told she is known to drive a gray Audi. Anyone with information is asked to call 911. Construction is expected to begin this spring on a drive-through Starbucks in Irondequoit. The town zoning board approving revised plans for the chain, which will demolish the old Abbott's Frozen Custard on the corner of East Ridge and Culver Roads. The updated plan includes the addition of fencing, bike racks, and benches, and there will be a mural designed by a local artist. Now, for all of these top stories and any new updates, be sure to visit 13wham.com. Stick around. Ark Rochester is back right after this.
December 24th. It's Christmas Eve. Thank you for joining us here on Ark Rochester. I'm Abby Fridman.
And I'm Dan Schrack. We still have a lot to get to this morning right here on Ark Rochester, including talking holiday music with Warm 101.3. We're going to be getting a wrap-up of another year of holiday music. And, Abigail, you and I are going to let each other know if we have heard Pa-Rum-Pa-Pum-Pum at all.
Okay.
Because that contest is still going.
It is still going.
Yep.
You're right. Okay, so also still going on is the Ark Rochester poll of the day. This morning we're asking you, what is a Christmas Eve tradition that you do every year? The options, Daniel.
Matching pajamas with the family, opening one present, tracking Santa's flight, or reading The Night Before Christmas. Marty, what do you do?
Oh, let's see. The night before Christmas, my mother has one of these houses that actually recites it.
Oh.
So so that kind of goes off every once in a while, and it won't stop though. It gets in the middle of it. It's like, okay, we're good.
It's got a motion detector.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I guess that's one of the traditions in our families.
There you go. Trying to shut it off or remove the batteries is
well,
the
I think
tradition.
the kids hit the button when they walk by it now just to get it going.
Oh my gosh, so funny. We had a dancing Santa like that. He used to sing Jingle Bell Rock.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah, and he would like dance like that.
Aw. See, I had a, I don't know, he was like yay high. It was a Santa Claus, and he just moved with his big bag. I woke up one Christmas morning, maybe, and he was in my bedroom.
No!
Oh,
And,
no.
Yeah, and Mrs. Claus was in my sister's room, and she did the exact same thing.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
To wake up to that?
I liked it.
Okay, good.
Like a nightmare
As
before
long as it's good. You're like, what is that over there? What's
Yeah,
going
right. Oh, boy. Well, we do want you to weigh in on that poll. Can we pull up that QR code one more time for people at home to scan? Scan the QR code. We'll show you right now. There it is. You can weigh in on this poll. Comment below the poll and share the poll. We'll go over those results for you coming up at the end of the 9 o'clock hour.
All right, now we're going to talk about the weather. Marty, we had some snow out there early this morning, made for a tricky commute for some people. The good news is it's pretty much done now.
Yeah, that's the good news. We're going to see a couple little snow showers here and there, but yeah, as far as the accumulating snow, that's done for us, and we're just going to see at least temperatures mostly in the 30s today. The good news, a lot of the East Coast beginning to quiet down a little bit as well, so we're seeing what's left of that snow start to pull a little bit more to the east, so that's out of the picture. So at least some better news for a lot of the eastern U.S. And here's a quick check of that travel forecast today. Again, just a lot of cloud cover, but overall, really not a bad setup. A lot of 30s for highs, and even well to the south, of course, a little bit warmer. You get down towards Charlotte, Atlanta, even Nashville, most areas in the 50s for highs there. So a little better, a little more sunshine for those areas well to the south. But overall, really pretty quiet for a lot of the eastern U.S. Last bit of snow just making its way off the east coast. So initially a few snow showers, but even those areas along I-95 through New England, seeing that begin to quiet down a little bit going through the day.
I think I need to ask for a new cell phone and a new iPad now at this point.
You're dropping everything.
Nice, you know, for you, Dan, on the far side there.
What's that?
You know, just something that you can set things on, because you're like holding
everything
things, the table's over here.
I know. No, I have a...
Can I take some plates for you?
Yeah.
My Kleenex?
Yeah, all right. Here, just set it here.
No, listen, I think a lot of people are going to be pleased with that forecast because if you do have plans to go somewhere this evening, the snow's already on the ground. We're going to have a white Christmas. There you go. And it's not going to impact your plans, your travel plans.
Exactly. No blowing or drifting snow. Sometimes you get that snow that falls and behind it all moves around. But with temperatures today near freezing, a little above freezing, that may help it to at least bed down a little bit as some of it kind of melts a little bit, but not enough to take care of it and get rid of it before Christmas Day. So a lot of good news there.
Yeah, that's, you know what? That is the best that we could ask for, right?
Yeah, right. Be able to get around and travel.
Palm trees and sunshine.
No. You want a plane ticket?
Place,
Yeah, I'll take one of those too.
Yeah, right?
That would be nice.
It would. But that's, again, it's Western New York. This is what we would expect this time of year. And it's not overbearing. It's not too much.
Right.
It's just right.
Yeah, the other good news is yesterday in the morning we were down as low as 0 for the early morning low at the Rochester airport. And today it's mainly 30s. So, you know, it's not great, but numerically, it's a nice increase there. Yeah, a little more tolerable this morning as compared to yesterday, just stepping out.
And then as we make our way through the rest of the week and toward the new year, those temperatures are kind of climbing.
Yeah, I think we may hold a little flat for the next few days, but yeah, as we head closer to Saturday and Sunday, even Monday of next week, probably back into the 40s for highs by then. Even some of the lows overnight may stay above freezing as well, so I think we'll start to see some of the melting take place then, but we'll keep those temperatures cold enough over the next 36 hours or so to keep that snow on the ground as we go through Christmas Day.
Better get the shorts from the dry cleaner.
I was just going to say the jorts.
Yep.
Time to dig them out.
Dig them out. Get that sunscreen ready to go. The zinc oxide.
Got to be ready for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, it's always nice to warm things up a little bit this time of year. It's been just so cold and been running heat like crazy at my house, so I'm ready just to see the furnace slow down a little bit, not have to use that quite as much.
Exactly.
Bracing for the bill at the end of the month.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
All right, Marty. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, sure.
Time right now is 9:07. We have a lot more to get to here on Arc Rochester. When we come back, we're going to be joined by a local comedian getting ready to perform this weekend.
And don't forget, you can take us on the go with you as you head out this morning. Over the river, through the woods, to grandmother's house, wherever you're going, you can watch us live on the 13 Wham YouTube channel. welcome back. For a look ahead this morning, we are getting ready for the weekend because one local comedian is gearing up to take the stage at Comedy at the Carlson.
Yeah, he's a friend of the show, and we're happy to have him back with us again this morning. We're joined now by comedian Chris Allen. Chris, good to see you. You were here this summer when you were getting ready to record your special.
Yes.
And now you're back again for the holidays.
I'm back again, back for the holidays. Like I told you guys, I haven't been home in over a decade for Christmas. And my mom is getting ready to move. They've been living in the house for 47 years. We were like, you know what? We got to do one more big Christmas at the house. So the whole family is here. I'm so excited. I'm doing two of my most things I love the most, comedy and hanging out with my family. So I'm super excited, and I'm glad to be home.
We like that. Now let me ask, at the dinner table, is it just one laugh after another? Do they expect you to bring the entertainment too?
No. I'm not the funniest person in my family. It's my uncles.
Yeah?
So,
Really?
yeah, exactly. My uncles, I have a lot of funny cousins. So like, I get it from my family, and I can never be funnier than my aunts and uncles, man. So I get it from there. Yeah.
Hey, you know, high praise for your family, which I'm sure they love to hear. And I know that the whole Rochester community is so proud. I mean, you've gone on, you've done great things. We know that you served the country. We know that you've done this comedy special. You're a fantastic comedian. What is it like being back home, seeing the people that you grew up with, seeing the, you know, friends, the family? Are they, like, in awe when they see you?
Everybody is super supportive. I love coming home. And it's actually really grounding because, to be honest, all of my insecurities, all of that kind of stuff happened here. And when you come home, it reminds you who you are. Because sometimes here you see me with Michael Che and doing all this cool stuff. Sometimes it can go to your head. I'll be honest. And coming home and just seeing your real friends and your family really ground you and let you remind you, like, hey, this is what it's really all about.
Are there ever any moments when you're on stage and you see a high school bully in the crowd and you think to yourself, yeah, you that's where you belong, my friend, in the crowd?
Maybe when I was younger, but I had a situation here a couple years ago where I was making fun of my son for having his first girlfriend, and my first girlfriend from elementary school was in the audience. She yelled out, and I didn't recognize her voice, and then she walks up to the stage, and everybody just starts laughing. So shout out to Angela Brightman.
You guys are pen pals now. Good that you keep in touch.
Yeah, we still talk every now and then.
Very good. Talk to us about the special. For someone who might not have seen it, first and foremost, give us the baseline of it, the heartbeat of it, and then where can they watch it?
My special's on YouTube. It's on Mark Norman's page. It's called Gotta Be Honest. And it's really, when I look back at it, it's about me being a father. It's about me being a husband. It's about me learning about how to communicate in a marriage. And my wife had a double knee replacement this year, and I talk about how that was like one of the biggest obstacles in our marriage, how we got through it, and how it actually brought us together. And just some old stories about just some when we were a younger married couple, and just some mistakes I made, and just the fun stories about a young married couple and the husband making some mistakes. So. And a father making mistakes.
Yes.
Very good. So when people come by the show this weekend, are they going to hear some of the same jokes, or is it a whole new lineup here?
All new stuff. I'm really talking about my childhood, and not to get too deep, but my dad is a little depressed right now, and I've been thinking about all these great funny stories about my dad. So now I'm working on a compilation of these stories about my dad, and I want to do a one-man show. I've never said this before, but I'm working on it. It's called Make Bobby Happy Again. That's a little 30-minute one-man show that I'm working on called Make Bobby Happy Again.
Listen, I think that is a very admirable goal, and I would imagine your father, when he hears this, if he's watching right now, that he's got a big grin on his face knowing that that's your goal.
Yeah.
To see him happy.
I want to see him happy, yeah.
Very good.
That's really something special.
Yeah. Thank you. I want to do one for him. I want my mom. So I think they all deserve that some allotted time.
Do they mind that you talk about them in your act? Do the kids mind that you talk about them in your act?
No.
Or do they chest out?
My dad loves it.
Yeah?
Yeah, before he was, you know, how he's, the way he is now, he was always like, talk about me, talk about me, talk about me. So now I'm going to talk about you, Dad.
And then he'll be keep it down.
I'm hoping, yeah, exactly. I'm hoping it gets a reaction out of him. So yeah.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. For somebody sitting at home who wants to see you while you're in town performing at Comedy at the Carlson, when can they catch the show?
You can catch us this Saturday, Comedy at the Carlson in the Rickles Room at 7 o'clock. I got a great look. It's going to be a lot of fun. Little less traditional. We're all going to do short sets, but then we're going to be doing a bucket puzzle where people will come in and write down little ideas on a slip of paper, and then we'll come up together as groups of comics and kind of riff on those. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Nice.
A lot of fun. And I'm doing the new stuff. So come on out, check out the new stuff, and give us some ideas to riff on. This Saturday, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock at the Rickles Room.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for your time today. Break a leg, and we'll post all the show information for you at home over on foxrochester.com. Yes, sir.
Can I say, I just want to say good morning to my nieces. Hi, Coco, Madison, and Brooklyn. And good morning, Miles, Vanny. And that's it.
Amazing.
Very good. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Making
their day. 9:16 this morning. Don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more to get to here on Arc Rochester, including when we come back, another Behind the Story.
Yeah, we're back after this. .20 on this Tuesday morning. We're going behind the story once again, and we are going to shift to some political news this morning.
We certainly are. The House Ethics Committee released its report on former Congressman Matt Gaetz, and part of that report indicate he may have paid a 17-year-old for sex in 2017.
Yeah, Stephanie Joseph has been looking into this story for us this morning. And Steph, let's get an update on this case.
Yeah, so guys, the panel says that alleged encounter violated Florida's statutory rape law. It also documents evidence that suggests that Gates paid other women tens of thousands for sex or drugs multiple times. Other allegations from that report include illicit drug use, accepting improper gifts, and granting special favors.
Now, Steph, what can you tell us about the 17-year-old in this case who says there was an alleged sexual encounter?
Yeah, so the House committee had gotten testimony. She's referred to as Victim A in the report, but they got testimony directly from her and multiple individuals that were able to corroborate her story. But basically, she goes into saying that when she was 17, she had just completed her junior year of high school, and Gates was in his first year of Congress. Now, she also says that she had received $400 in cash from the congressman, which she had understood to be payment for sex. And then she also goes on to say that she had not informed Representative Gates that she was under 18 at the time, but he also did not ask for her age.
Wondering if we've heard any response from Representative Gates.
Yes, that is for sure. He has been very vocal on social media, particularly X, over the last few weeks. And we know he was previously the pick for Attorney General and was outspoken about how this would impact his chances, and that he has since obviously dropped out from consideration from that. But in one of his more recent posts, he had wrote on X, quote, "There is a reason they did this to me in a Christmas Eve report and not in a courtroom of any kind where I could present evidence and challenge witnesses." And we do know as well that he had also made a filing to try to block the release of this report. But again, it has since been released to the public.
Now, is there any legal action that either party can take here, whether it's Gates or this, what was a 17-year-old?
So what we do know is that he has only made that filing to attempt to block the report. Not sure if there will be any other legal measures coming from him. As for the then 17-year-old woman, no word yet on what things will look like for her. But we do know we had heard from an attorney not too long ago who had been speaking out on behalf of other women who had known the 17-year-old at the time and had kind of spoken to what had happened.
All right. Steph, thank you so much for the report. We really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more to come here on ARC Rochester.
Yeah, we're back after this.
9:26 this Tuesday morning. Thanks for sticking with us here on Arc Rochester. I'm Dan Schrack.
I'm Abby Fridman. We still have a lot to get to this morning here on Arc Rochester, but we're going to jump right into our next guest segment of the morning. A local children's book author is hoping to take readers on an adventure with his new book, The Dog on a Log.
I already like the title.
I know, me too.
Already like the title. It is the first story in a series of bedtime stories that he shared with his daughter, and this morning we're learning more about the story. For more, we're joined now by author Phil Petranto and his daughter Raquel Casarino. Thank you both so much for waking up bright and early and coming in. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Very
Absolutely. So first and foremost, Phil, let's start with the book, The Dog on a Log.
Yes.
Where did the story come from? Where did the idea come from?
Well, it kind of came out of nowhere. What I used to do with my daughter when she was young, at bedtime, she would lay down and she'd be like, "Dad, tell me a story." And I'd be like, "All right, give me 2 objects." And she would name 2 random things. And my job was to come up with a story on the spot. So one of her, maybe from the rhyme of it, the fun sound, she said, "A dog and a log." So I was like, all right, here we go, boom. And just kind of flowed. The story kind of went really natural and she loved it. And that was the first of many. So that's how it all started. That's where this one came from. So for years, she's like, "Dad, you gotta get this book published." It was my favorite. She's been really on me about it for many years, right?
Yeah, I have.
And then finally, maybe like 10 years later, here it is. It's
Here
out in the
it
universe.
is.
Yeah, so it's...
What is the premise of the book?
Basically, it's about Marty the dog, who was just having a dull day like we all do sometimes, and he just decided to go for it. He went out on an adventure, and he's like, I'm going to do something I've never done before. And then he kind of gets to a part in the story where he hits a wall, a river. So he's like, I'm either going to have to cross the river or ride the river. So he decides to ride the raging river and meets up with some unexpected friends and turns into an adventure. So
how do you like that? And this is the first in a series of how many?
Well, I'm working on the second one. Actually, there's no finite amount right now.
There's no end.
Nope, no end. So I'm already working on the second story. It's up here right now, but I'm hoping to get it out within a year or two. So.
And how long have you been working on this?
Oh God, to be honest with you, even though it's a short 45-page book, it's I'd say at least 8 months to a year of, a lot of final drafts. Let's put it that way. But I know where every tuft of grass is in there. Every flower is counted for, the illustrations and, but it's like I said, it's out now. And it's going to be coming to Barnes & Noble probably next week in hardcover form and in paperbacks as well. So they'll be selling at stores nationwide. So
very cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have to know. I'm sure Dad's very proud. I mean, it's his creation, but you're truly the inspiration behind this story. What is it like for you to know that you inspired that? And on top of it, that you're the one who told your dad, listen, you gotta put pen to paper. You have to make this happen. What is that like?
I think it's awesome. I'm very proud of him. He's been chasing his dreams. He's writing books, he's acting, and I think that's awesome. I've been trying to get him to do this for so long, and I even drew little sketches when I was 12.
Yeah, she actually has the first rough draft of the book. She actually, when she was young, kind of put it together, and it's really cute. Yeah. I'm going to post it on I have a Facebook page for The Dog and a Log, so if anybody wants to subscribe or like it, I am going to have original artwork from my daughter on there, and my original doodles and stuff like that as well. So yeah.
Has it gone on to inspire you to strive for more in your life?
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm in school at the University of Rochester and I'm pre-med, so it's definitely seeing him achieving things. It's definitely hard to stay on top of everything, but seeing that he did it, it's giving me motivation to keep chasing my own dreams.
Yeah, very proud that she's
chasing
really good.
her own dreams.
Yeah.
Yes.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I wanted to talk to you a little bit about acting because you mentioned you're also an actor as well.
Yes, I've been,
what are we working on?
Yeah, I've done 18 student films in the last year and a half with RIT, our local college, and U of R. They're just great to work with, very professional, and I've just through networking, I've been in 20 plus indie films, with different roles, and always for the next gig. My goal is to get on a TV series eventually, or get on the big screen, with at least one film, so it's more aspirations, more goals, just shooting for.
It really is so inspirational. You wanted to write a book, you wrote the book. You want to be an actor, you're being an actor. What's your message to those who are watching at home and thinking, gosh,
pursue
I do
your
not.
dreams.
Yeah?
If you want to do something, go for it. I mean, I'm probably gonna come out with a song next. I don't know. We'll see. No, but seriously, it's like.
Is he not a singer?
He actually kind of is.
Okay, then it might happen. It might
be a board game in the future. You know what? You just go for it. Couple quick shout outs. I do have a fellow Rochesterian who also wrote a book, who was an inspiration to me as well. His name is Tom Turner. He wrote a book called Beyond the Bridge. So if you guys haven't checked it out yet, please do. Him and I may have a book signing together with his book and my book. We just got to get his in print form first. Right now it's available on ebook. So definitely want to give him a shout out, and to my girlfriend who helped me with all the editing. There's hours of editing, with this book. Believe it or not, even though it's a short children's book, you'd be surprised of the work that goes into it. So and the team that put up with my meticulous
He wrote so many emails.
Yeah, so many emails back and forth to make sure that the book came out as good as possible.
Well, he wanted to get it right, and he wanted to get it right for you.
Yes, I
appreciate it.
Once it's in the universe, it's out there. So
That's
true. You gotta make sure it's done right the first time when it comes to that. So.
Well, thank you both so much for waking up bright and early for us. This is we really appreciate it. The book is The Dog on the Log. You can get it at Barnes & Noble, get it at Amazon, and we'll post all of that information and much more for you on our website, foxrochester.com, after the show this morning.
Don't go anywhere. We have so much more to get to. We're back after this.
It is Christmas Eve, and Rochester's holiday music station, Warm 101.3, is about to put a bow on this 2024 holiday season.
Yeah, this morning we're joined by Program Director for Warm 101.3, Nick Rivers, to get a closer look at what people were listening to this year. Nick, always great to see you.
Great to see you guys as well.
I'm sure you're winding down from a very busy couple of weeks.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. Like, you think you don't want to get to that point of over Christmas saturation, but I think I'm almost there with the Christmas music.
Yeah?
I mean, well, I'm there every day, you know, so I'm listening to it 8 hours a day in the office and driving home and on the weekend. So I'm getting more Christmas exposure than the average listener does.
Do you know all the lyrics to most of the songs by this point?
Yeah, probably. Even the ones I didn't know before, I know now.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's funny how many different versions of a single song you can find. Like, you know, we were just talking about Little Drummer Boy. I mean, we must play like 9 different versions of that one, you know, 6 different versions of Last Christmas. Like, there's not so many original Christmas songs these days. It's a lot of doing the same ones over and over. But so those I know really well. It's the new ones I don't know so well.
Yeah.
So.
Do you have any new favorites, like any artists that have released recently that you think this is becoming a classic?
You know, I gotta say, I'm a fan of the Jimmy Fallon stuff. I really am. He's done a good job with his stuff, and he usually has someone on the tracks with him. So I know he does one with Paul McCartney and the Roots, which is pretty fantastic. So all the stuff that he does, I've really been a fan of lately. And then I was trying to think. There's a couple other newer ones, but off the top of my head, I'm not remembering which ones they were. There's so many, and we're playing 400 and something Christmas songs. So it's tough to remember them all.
Are there any any Christmas songs out there that you cannot stand?
I find Christmas Shoes is a very depressing one. I like to be uplifted during the holiday season, you know, so the downer Christmas songs I'm not a huge fan of, but that's one. And then, you know, outside of that, some of them they get a little bit on your nerves after a while, but I don't want to trash any songs in particular, but Christmas Shoes is one that I just can't do.
Yeah.
So.
Understandable.
That's fair.
I think a lot of people probably feel the same way.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to talk to you, though, because there is the contest, and last time you guys were in here, we discussed it a little bit. It's the Little Drummer Boy contest. If you're unfamiliar with it, the goal is to go from the start of December to the end of December and not hear the song The Little Drummer Boy. And as soon as you hear that on the radio, in the supermarket, at the shopping mall, then you're out.
Yep.
And you can go to the website and actually track it. Someone does track it. How many times do you think you've clocked that song over the course of the past 30 days?
You know, it's funny, actually hearing it out and about, last night was the first time. I got hit last night. So,
Really?
And I read it was the Bob Seger version. It's stuck in my head now. So.
Is that a good one?
It is a good one.
Okay.
It's actually it's a newer one, probably from, well, not newer, but from the 80s. But one of my more preferred versions of the song. So I did listen to it all the way through. I was like, okay, I'm out, but I still listen to it.
That's what you have not heard it, Abigail.
I have not.
No, I go the whole stretch.
You only got a day left, right?
Yeah.
This is true.
So
this is true. What is it like for you guys over at Warm 101 when the Christmas music gets shut off? Is there a little bit of a celebration? Is there a party? Or do we focus on the New Year? What is it? What's the mood?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I think from the DJs on air, they get to the point about this time of the year, they're like, okay, we've had enough. Like, we can only talk about these songs so many times. I mean, you know, not bah humbuggy, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So when, you know, the regular music continues and starts back up, you know, on the new year, it's a sense of relief, I guess, to a degree. Just because it's a lot, 6 weeks of it. So it's a lot of Christmas.
Have you been thinking about the first song that you're going to play once it's all over?
Ooh.
You know, I didn't get that far yet.
Okay.
I'll dive into that when I get back to the office later this week. So we had the debate this year, though, what to start the Christmas music with. So that's always a discussion each and every year. But we haven't thought about the first one we're going to come back with.
What did you start with?
The overwhelming majority.
I feel like that has become the quintessential Christmas song that almost several generations at least knows and expects to hear.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you know, we were talking about, you know, modern classics. I mean, that clearly has become one. It's, you know, I think it turned 30 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 30 years old, which is insane. Made me feel old about that. And just from her part, I was reading that she makes $2.6 million a year from that song alone. just from that song. So that's how big it's become. That's how many times it plays, and it's
lucky lady.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Hard to take. I'd be fine with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen, I'd be playing it all the time too.
Imagine doing that 30 years ago, and every year you make $2.6 million for that. So that's the career path right there.
Yeah. Solid investment on the record company's
Absolutely.
part.
Absolutely.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
One last question for you before we let you go. You haven't given thought to the song that you want to play when you come back from holiday break.
Yep.
Is there a genre that you would prefer to be in the neighborhood with?
I don't think anything in particular. Warm is fairly wide when it comes to a base of what we play. Some pop, some rock. So, I think definitely something not depressing. I'll say that much.
Okay,
so
that's fair.
We're going to want something that's a little uplifting. We want to keep the mood of the holiday spirit going for a little while.
Is that a challenge after once you turn the Christmas music off? I know I said last question, but it's not.
No.
To really try and buoy morale, because everybody seems January comes around and it's...
Yeah, January's tough. I mean, we continue the Christmas music for a few more days. We go up till the end of the year. Just because you got people coming into town, maybe they weren't here for Christmas, they still, kind of go through the motions for a few more days, and they expect it for a few more days. But yeah, January's kind of a tough time, and we do pay attention to that. You do want to keep it. I mean, you guys know how it is. Rochester, January, February. By the time the end of February gets around, everyone's like, okay, we need sun. We need
bleak.
Yeah, exactly. So we want to keep the mood up as best we can. So
good.
Yep.
Nick Rivers, thank you so much for your time today.
Absolutely.
We appreciate it. Putting us in the holiday spirit even more so than we already were, which was a lot.
Absolutely. Do you have a special message? Is there somebody little at home watching you?
Yeah, my daughter Kinley's watching on TV. She was going to come today, but she decided she'd rather watch on the couch on TV than be here in person. So,
Girl,
hey,
me too.
Yeah,
hi from Daddy.
Smart kid. Thank you again.
Time right now is 9:43. When we come back, we are asking the question, how much does it cost?
We're going to have the answer after this. No, we're playing Guess the Price right here on Arc Rochester this morning. That was kind of fun.
I liked the music.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Yeah. Whimsical. All right, this morning, in the spirit of Christmas Eve, we are talking toys. In particular, toyflation.
Yeah, we're going to take a little look at some quote-unquote old-school toys, and we're going to try to guess how much they would cost to buy today. The old-school toys in question I never thought of them as old, but I guess I am now.
Well, yeah, listen, look at the dates on some of these bad boys.
Actually, I think you have my paper.
Oh, do I?
Maybe. No, it's all right.
Maybe.
It'll be
I
a
don't know.
surprise.
Okay, it'll be a surprise for you. All right, so background. We are going to be using the top holiday toy gift lists compiled by experts at the Strong National Museum of Play, our good friends over there. A list was compiled of 24 must-have toys through the decades, stretching back to the 1950s.
Yep. Each includes the price at which the toy debuted and what the price would be in today's dollars. And this is all according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Price Index.
Okay, so Mr. Potato Head. In 1952, his original price was 98 cents. Now, you'll notice something about this Mr. Potato Head. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a real potato.
Yeah, it was kind of like a DIY type of deal.
Yeah, he just came with body parts.
Yep.
It wasn't a plastic creation. He came with a price tag of 98 cents. We're going to guess how much he costs if you were to go to the store and buy him today.
Potato included? Potato not included?
I'm going to say potato not included because it's a plastic potato that you buy now.
I'm going to go with $25.
I am going to go $17.99.
Okay, can we see the price, Ashley?
$11.59?
Wow.
Oh, okay. I see what we're playing.
I don't. What's happening?
Okay, I thought we were buying the new Mr. Potato Head.
Oh,
we're buying this same
that
potato head adjusted for inflation.
Yes.
Got it.
Yep.
Makes more sense. Not that my guess would have been any better.
$11.59. There we go. All right, next one. Oh, I love Silly Putty so much.
That's why we need newspapers still, people. It's true.
It is. Okay, so in 1955, you could buy this for $1.
Okay.
I bought Silly Putty recently, so I feel like I should know this. Yes.
You did?
Yep.
Okay, I am going to say today you are paying $3.99 for that Silly Putty.
I would say that's a good educated guess. I'm going to go $4.25 because I did get it at Five Below.
Okay.
So I'm hoping.
The answer? What?
What? Oh, okay, wait. Pack of 3, though. That looks right. That's a pack of 3.
Yeah.
There's no way I paid $11.
Well, no, that's a pack of 1.
Ashley?
Guys, it's inflation.
Yeah.
How much would this price be today?
Do you hear her
Not how much you're buying it for today, as in like what you can find on Amazon. It's how much inflation on that original price.
Well, okay, then let me throw this out there, voice of God. Now we know that every single dollar is worth $11.73.
There you go. Maybe let's start doing some math. Let's try it out.
Okay. Don't listen. You don't tempt me with a good time, okay?
Also, inflation's different by years, you know?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's move on.
We'll move on.
Okay.
We're going with Barbie.
Oh,
in 1959, this little lady came to market for $3.
I'm going with 30. That's my guess.
Yeah, 59, $11. I'm going to go 36.
Let's see. 32.
32.
All right. There we go.
You were closest without going over.
You're right. Do I win?
You do. Yes. I don't know
I
what.
won the Barbie. Excellent.
The next up, ladies and gentlemen, watch your hands because it's the Easy Bake Oven. Yes. And we know those light bulbs got really hot.
I had an Easy Bake Oven.
Did you?
Briefly.
What
yes.
did you bake?
I can't even
Did you just eat
remember.
the batter?
No.
Well, I'm sick because it takes like 10 hours to cook a pancake.
I was really, really little.
Yeah.
I don't even remember. Yeah.
It was probably a burn hazard, too. Okay, so in 1963, $15.95. Don't sue us, Easy Bake Oven. 1963, $15.95. How much do you think that would be adjusted for inflation today?
It's got to be like over 100.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Go 115.
163. What?
That's
outrageous.
That's a lot. Buy a new oven at that point.
You could seriously buy your kid an air fryer instead of that thing, okay?
Easy Bake Air Fryer.
And then they could make dinner.
Yeah.
quickly.
Put them to work. Yep.
Coming up next, in 1967, we saw the introduction of this bad boy.
Oh, I had one of those. Did
The
you?
Light Bright. Of course. Who didn't have a Light Bright? $7.98 in 1967.
I guess I'll go like 35.
I was going to go 32.
Okay, let's see.
74
For Light Bright?
What?
Garbage.
I feel like these prices are off, but we're going to go with it.
Don't say it, because then she's going to yell at us again.
I know.
And it's
I
me.
know.
I'm just, yeah.
Shh, shh, shh.
Yeah, that's what we
It's our show.
Ashley.
Now she's not going to come over the speaker. She's going to come into the studio and reprimand me.
Yikes.
Rubik's Cube in 1980, the price was $7.49. I have one of these bad boys sitting at my desk.
Yeah. I love a Rubik's Cube. I've never solved one.
I solve them, but I have to use an app to solve it.
Okay, so you cheat.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
course.
fine.
Why not?
$7.49 in the 80s. I'm going to go with
$16.95.
Okay. I'm going to listen.
Okay,
It
that's
threw
fine.
me off.
I
Let's
know.
go.
I know.
27.
27. Okay. Whatever. Cabbage Patch, 1983.
These things are like collector's items.
Did you have a Cabbage Patch?
I did. I did not like her.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. She was always the bad guy when I played dolls.
When you-
She's a baby.
She was the bad guy.
Yeah, you have to have a bad guy.
You do.
It was
You
always
do.
the Cabbage Patch doll.
Well, Cabbage Patch doll in 1983, $24.97 if you could get your hands on one. Today, adjusted for inflation, the price, let's go $172.
Oh, okay. I'll go 160. Let's see.
Okay,
Whoops.
see this game, I feel like the rules were not explained properly.
I don't know.
Tickle Me Elmo in
I had
1996.
Tickle Me Elmo.
$29.99. Today, I would say $74.
That's a good guess. I'll go 80.
Okay. Tamagotchi, 1997. $17.50. I remember going to
Blue. I'm gonna say
32.
Oh my! You just read my mind. I was gonna say 32. Swear.
Maybe we're both right.
Like, maybe we are. Whoa.
Wow, closest without going over.
There we go.
The
Silly bands.
What are these?
Silly bands?
Yeah.
You remember these? They're little bracelets.
Nope.
Yeah. So they're made of rubber. They're like rubber bands, except they come in all different shapes.
No, look at that year. No, I don't remember those.
2009?
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember 2009?
Yeah, no,
What were you doing?
I wasn't buying silly bands in 2009. I was probably taking part in things that I was over 21.
You were in college. You
Yeah,
were,
no, I was
past
out of college.
Wow.
Okay, so 250. I don't know. 550.
I'll go 15. 3.
Thanks for playing
I hate
this
these
game.
games.
None of us won. There are no prizes and there are no winners. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, our final thoughts.
On this Christmas Eve morning. We're back after this.
We love you, Ash.
Hey, it's time for the final thoughts here on Arc Rochester. We're going to get right to our poll of the day this morning. Earlier, we asked, what is a Christmas Eve tradition you do every single year? Daniel, the options.
Was it the matching pajamas with the family, opening one present, tracking Santa's flight, or the night before Christmas, reading that gathered around a roaring fire?
Ooh, there we go. The answers. Opening one present.
How do you like that? 36% of you people. Hey, that does it for us here on Arc Rochester. Make sure to wake up with us tomorrow morning, starting at 4:57 over on 13 Wham ABC.
And we'll have much more live local news later today. 13 Wham News at midday.